T&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast.
T&D Sports Video Productions presents the Orlin Cohen High School Football Game of the Week. Today it's the Freeport Red Devils taking on the Chiefs of Massapeuqa High School. Hi everyone and welcome to Burner Middle School here in Massapeuqa for our T&D Sports Video Game of the Week. Mike Trezor on hand along with former Belmore Kennedy head coach Nick Martone. And Nick, let's talk just a little bit while we hear the national anthem about how these teams got here. Freeport, the road team, comes in at 1-2. Massapeuqa, trying to keep that perfect record intact, they come in at 4-0 this season.
Yeah, so far Massapeuqa's had a pretty good formula to roll in here at 4-0. They've been running the ball really well, and the offense has been rolling. Defense, they've been playing really well, getting a lot of people to the ball, making some big tackles, some big plays. Freeport comes in at 1-2, but don't be fooled by that record. This team is going to come to play tonight. This is a big game for them. They've played very competitively. They lost last week to Hempstead in overtime, so they like a lot of the things that they've been doing.
For Freeport, we had their game against Oceanside, the opening game of the season. Their offensive backfield now looks a little bit different than it did in that game, with Abreu, the sophomore, running the show at quarterback, and DJ Gordon now in the backfield at running back.
Yeah, we've been real impressed with Kelvin Abreu, and he's done an excellent job jumping into that role. And they've created something special there with DJ Gordon in the backfield, finding all sorts of ways to get him the ball. And he's reached the end zone a number of times over the last few weeks. So we've seen a very steady offense for the last few.
For Massapeuqa, the home team, they come in at 4-0. As we mentioned, the young man Delanto, who was supposed to be running their offense, is out. Instead, it's the junior Joey Diesso at quarterback, but this offense runs around another junior, the running back, number 25, Tyler Villalta.
Yeah, Tyler has been in the end zone a number of times. I think about 14 times over the last 4 weeks. They find all sorts of ways to get him the ball. They hand it to him. They throw it to him. He returns kicks. If he's going, that offense is rolling. And, Joey's done a really good job coming into that quarterback position and talking to Coach Shippos. He's been real happy with his progress and how he's been able to jump in and keep that offense rolling.
We're going to step away and be back with the opening kickoff right after this.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Villela's going to pass. Airs it out. End zone. Touchdown, Oceanside! Inside the 15. Straight up the teeth on the reverse. O'Toole's at 20. O'Toole's going to score! They flush him out of the pocket. He takes off. Looking for the left sideline. Down to the goal line. Touchdown, Kings Park! Just about set for the opening kickoff from here at Burner Middle School in Massapeuqa Park for a Conference 1 matchup in Nassau County. Mike Trezor on hand, along with Nick Martone, our entire T&D Sports Video crew. Massapeuqa won the toss, Nick, but they elected to defer till the second half, so Freeport will start this game on offense.
Yeah, everybody's got their own philosophy about whether they want the ball first or whether they want to go out on defense and get the ball in the second half. So Massapeuqa was decided to defer. Kind of a little bit of preference, how you think you're rolling offensively, defensively, what you think you have going on film heading into the week.
We'll take a look at our officials. Bob Miller is our referee. Umpire Elvin Brown. Line judge Steve DeLillo. Linesman Lowell Citron. Back judge Tom O'Connor. And our clock operator Jerry Lojudusa. Chris Bichetta is the kicker. Massapeuqa in the blue uniforms, white numbers will move from left to right. Freeport in the white, red numbers will receive the ball. We'll talk a little bit about this coaching matchup as we get into it. Coach Shippos here at Massapeuqa for 10 plus years, and of course Coach Sellen over at Freeport, one of the real deans of coaching here in Nassau County.
Yeah, Coach Sellen has created such a winning tradition for a long time, and Coach Shippos has done some amazing things here in Massapeuqa as well.
The ball comes near side. It's handled by Jaden Gordon. Gordon has room up the middle. He's out across the 30. Breaking tackles across the 50. And Freeport is going to start this drive in Massapeuqa territory.
Yeah, great job by Jaden Gordon there, picking up the rock and heading off there. Cuts all the way back across the grain, across the field, and makes a real good return, puts the Freeport offense in business.
Jaden says, I hear you talking about Big Brother up in that booth there. Let me get some of that spotlight on me. And he does it on that return.
Yeah, an excellent athlete. They'll line him up as a receiver. They'll motion him around a little bit and find ways to get him the ball too.
So as we mentioned in our opening, it's going to be the sophomore Kelvin Abreu who starts at quarterback. DJ Gordon is going to start in the backfield, and his younger brother Jaden will be the receiver in the slot to the near side. On 1st and 10, from just about the 50-yard line, first offensive series getting set to get underway. Actually, they're just inside the 50 now. 1st and 10 from the 49. You take a look at Abreu. Now Gordon flips around to his left before the snap. 3 receivers near side. Hands off to Gordon. He tries the right side, breaks 1 tackle. 1st down and more. Down the right sideline. He's down close to the 10-yard line.
Gordon on the carry.
Yeah, Freeport coming out in their usual spread. Trips to the near side here. There was something they liked about that side of the defense. And they decide to run right side, and Gordon, with a pretty determined run, breaks a big tackle on the outside and finds the sideline. Freeport's in business.
Great blocking up front from Cruz and Green on that play. A gain of 38 on that run. 1st and 10, just outside the 10-yard line at the 12.
It's like Freeport just had to substitute Meza out up front. Wondering if there's an injury there, number 54.
Once again, 3 receivers left side. Handoff goes to Gordon. DJ, they force him back towards the middle, and they stop him. Loss on the play, maybe a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, tough, hard run there. Ultimately, Massapeuqa does a good job getting across the face of that offensive line. Puts a stop to it. Gordon trying to make something happen, but you start running in that direction, you're going to give Massapeuqa a chance to come play defense and make a big stop for a loss.
And Kovalewski is a guy you don't want to run towards. He's the big guy on that defense, Nick.
Yeah, he racks up a ton of tackles week to week.
Loss of 2 on the play is going to bring up a 2nd and 12. Jaden Gordon in motion. Abreu looks for him, and he overthrows him. Jaden went up, tried to make the one-hand catch, but the pass was too tall for him.
Yeah, you can see them motion him across the formation, trying to get him into a disadvantage against the defense. Runs this kind of quick, shallow out. Throws just a little bit high. Quarterback holds on to the ball a little bit more. He might have found an open receiver near the front of the end zone.
So critical play coming up for Freeport now on 3rd and 12 from the 14-yard line. Again, Gordon is the running back to Abreu's right. 2 receivers each side in this formation. Abreu wants to take it himself, and we've got a whistle before that play can take place.
It looks like the offense got going a little bit early. They're going to call him for offsides.
What an absolute killer. That's got to...
3rd and 17.
That can't be making Coach Ellen happy on that play. Turns a 3rd and 12 into a 3rd and 17.
Yeah, you have a lot of positive on those first couple of plays on offense. Now you're backing yourself up against your own mistakes. Looks like Meza checked back in up front, number 54 at the left tackle spot.
And he's a big part of that offensive line, one of the top 100 by Newsday to start the season. 3rd and 17. Bunch formation to the right. Now Jaden in motion right to left. Abreu looks for a moment, then takes off with it. Right sideline. He stopped well short of first down yardage.
It looks like here definitely a designed pass play. Didn't like what he had downfield, so he decides to call his own number here. Would like to see the routes a little bit quicker as far as development goes, and Abreu decides to make something positive out of it and get going here. So we're facing a long 4th down.
Coach Sellen told me before the earlier game we did he doesn't like to go for field goals, so obviously they're going to keep the offense out on the field on the 4th and 9. Again, Jaden in motion right to left. Abreu looking for him. Now he's open in the end zone. Can he get it there? He overthrows him. Oh, he had Jaden Gordon open in the end zone.
You say Jaden Gordon does an excellent job. Again, he runs this quick out, turns it into an out and up, and finds himself in the back corner. Abreu just didn't have eyes on him early enough, makes that late throw, and it's uncatchable at that point. Gordon does a real good job creating a cushion for himself. Just a little bit of a misconnection there.
So Freeport does a great job getting themselves in the red zone really quickly, Nick, but can't pay it off. And the Chiefs are going to take over on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 10. As we mentioned, Joey Diesso is the quarterback for the Chiefs. He has Villalta in the backfield with him. Hand off to Villalta. Right side. He's open. He's in the clear at the 40, the 30. Villalta's going to score on the first play from scrimmage.
Villalta finding that edge. Massapeuqa doing a real good job at the point of attack there, getting the blocks, and you don't need to give this guy that much room. He'll find the sideline every single time. He's got a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th gear, and he takes it all the way to the house from about his own 10-yard line.
Bichetta, the sophomore, for the extra point. Extra point is up. It is good. Chiefs on top 7-0. We'll step away and be back with more action right after this on the Orlin Cohen Game of the Week.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Bro, heats it deep. What a catch that time! From the 35-yard line, Weeks to put it up right away. He's got a man open. Touchdown, King Carr. John Quick in my click.
Yeah.
That drive goes one play, 90 yards, and a TD for the junior, Tyler Villalta.
Yeah, real test set of circumstances there for Freeport. They bring the ball all the way down, don't convert on the fourth, and then first play from scrimmage, Massapeuqa takes it to the house, getting that early 7-0 lead.
Bichetta sends it far side this time, down the right sideline, across the 35, and that's where Freeport is going to start.
If you're Freeport here, you're just looking to kind of settle some things down, right? A little bit of fireworks early going the other way. So if you can come out and get that offense going again, you did some real positive things running the football. See if you can get your quarterback to complete maybe a couple of short passes, getting some kind of rhythm. You're not out of the game. It's 7-0. It's real early. You got plenty of time.
1st and 10 from the 35, 8:28 left in the first quarter of play. From here at Berner Middle School, Mike Trez and Nick Martone on hand with our T&D Sports video crew. Friday Night Lights here in Massapeuqa Park.
Calling signals for the Red Devils.
Abreu has DJ to his left, 3 receivers near side, 1 to the right. Hands off to Gordon. He slips down and lost the yard on the carry.
Yeah, it looks like Abreu's reading the inside to see what kind of space he has in the middle. Rides Gordon here for a little while, and you can see that ball kind of hits his arm on the outside. Don't know if Gordon's a little preoccupied with that, but ultimately loses his footing. Just like to see that mesh be a little bit cleaner moving forward.
Rosario was bearing down on him, but Gordon slipped down, lost it 2, brings up 2nd and 12. Abreu surveys the field, puts it near side. He's got Velasquez. Velasquez gang tackled after a short gain.
That's a real strong throw to the outside. That's a lot of ground for that ball to cover, and Abreu does a good job stepping into this throw, creating a little bit of space. Really want to work as that wide receiver to get back out in front of the defensive backs once our receiver catches the ball to see if we can give him a little bit of room to run there.
Romano and Wiezarek in there on the stop. 3rd and 5. Jaden in motion the other way this time. Abreu stops, throws over the middle, complete for a first down. He's got Mitchell.
Yeah, a real good job by Abreu reading the defense here. Mitchum does a great job kind of settling into his zone, finding an open window for his quarterback to throw. Just a little bit over the linebacker who decides to kind of pursue Abreu and does a great job getting the completion and moving the chains.
Wiezarek read that one. He jumped up in the air to bat that one down, but as you mentioned, Nick, went right over his outstretched hands. 1st and 10 Freeport, now from their own 48. 6:38 left in the first. Three receivers right side. Velasquez, the receiver in the slot. Hand off to Gordon. couple cuts and turns it into a nice gain of about 5.
Retract on the tackle.
Real impressed here by Gordon putting his foot in the ground, making that sharp little jump cut there as he looks at the edge, sees that he's got a defender crossing his face and decides to cut it up in the middle and make some pretty good yards there. Gets about half of what he needs.
Carter is the receiver to the near sideline this time. Now in motion to his right. Abreu rolls out right. Looking to get rid of it. They chase him to the sideline. They chase him out of bounds. He's short of the first down.
Brew on the carry. Pressured by Francis.
Yeah, it looks like Freeport was maybe going to take a little bit of a shot here, knowing they had a shorter second down. And if you don't get it, but you gain a couple of yards, you're still sitting, third and short and in the opposite end of the field. And still pretty much here in business, about 3rd and 3 or so. And Coach Sellen opening up the playbook here and letting his quarterback be athletic and find some different ways to make some plays.
Tom Francis and Rosario in pursuit on that play. So now it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 from the 45. This time it's DJ under center. Takes it himself, surges forward. I think he has just enough for a first.
Gordon on the carry.
Yes, the first time we saw DJ motion in, get under center. Early in the season, as we talked about, he did play quarterback, so certainly used to taking snaps and motions his way in and ultimately pushes the pile. He is a big, strong kid and gets all the necessary yards to get himself a first down.
1st and 10 Freeport from the Massapeuqa 42. 5:10 left to go in the first. Freeport on the move, trailing 7-0. Abreu now takes off with it. He's out across the first down marker, and they'll move the chains once again.
Freeport doing an excellent job getting off the ball. Looks like they got some crossing routes over here on the far side. And again, Abreu doesn't necessarily like the look that he has and decides to call his own number. And if you're going to run for 10 or 11 yards every time you touch the football, it's not a bad formula.
Interesting technique that Abreu used right there. Just standing still like there was no way he was going to take off with it. 1st and 10 Freeport now from the Massapeuqa 32. Down to 4.5 left in the first. Velasquez in motion. Handoff to Gordon. He tries the left side, and he doesn't get much. Picks up 2, possibly 3.
Yeah, a little bit of a different look here, motioning Velasquez back into the backfield and giving Gordon a lead block to the outside. Just not that much room there for Gordon to go ahead and get more than just a couple of yards.
Actually picked up closer to 4 on that carry, so we're going to call it a 2nd and 6. Freeport on the move. Second time they've had the ball. First time they moved it all the way down to the 10, but could not punch it in. Abreu has DJ Gordon to his left. Abreu fires, nearly picked off. Not sure if he was looking for Mitchum. If he was, he overthrew him badly.
Yeah, not sure if he was expecting Mitchum to continue that route across the field, and looks like he maybe sat there waiting to get a look from the QB. Doesn't continue the route. Definitely some kind of miscommunication there.
So again, Freeport is up against it. They're 3rd and 6 from the 29. They really spread the field out. 2 receivers on each sideline. And DJ Gordon in the backfield with Abreu.
Yeah, a little bit of a different look with both sets of twins being stacked on either side.
Abreu looks, now throws, going deep for Mitchum. It's broken up. Nice defensive play by Villalta.
Yeah, Tyler Villalta, excellent athlete, does a pretty good job as he gets into his back pedal here in more of a safety position. Definitely reading quarterback size, good closing speed, deflects the ball. All around, really good coverage by Massapeuqa.
On the D line.
Big play coming up here on 4th and 6 from the 29. Just under 3.5 to go in the first. Freeport with the ball, trailing 7-0 here at Massapeuqa. Abreu takes off with it. They hit him. They've got him by the leg and they throw him down.
Abreu on the carry.
It's Wiezarek and Romano who commit to finish him off.
Chiefs.
Looks like Freeport decides to run a little bit of a QB draw here. Running off with the receivers. Ultimately, Abreu pulls it, takes off to the left side. Defense isn't fooled. They're able to make a pretty good tackle in space there, stop Freeport for a big loss, and get that turnover on downs.
Karowski was the player that had him by the leg and wouldn't let him go until the reinforcements got there.
Yeah, you got to play defense with 11 guys, right? So if you're not able to take the guy down and you can hold on till the rest of the cavalry gets there, that's what you want to do, and that's what we're seeing out of Massapeuqa.
1st and 10, Pequa from their own 34. They have the ball and the 7-0 lead. DeLuca in motion. Here's the handoff to Villalta. This time they've got it sniffed out, and they bring him down after a short gain. Meza, one of the guys in there on the stop.
Yeah, you can see Massapeuqa has a variety of ways to try to get Villalta the ball, and Massapeuqa comes out in this pistol formation, hands the ball off, looking inside. Meza does an excellent job holding his ground, shedding blockers, and making a big tackle.
Jaden Gordon got there first, but Meza finished him off after a gain of a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 35. Villalta, left side this time. Cuts back into the middle of the field, hit hard, but out close to another first down.
That's good for him.
Yeah, both backs on both sides of these teams offensively do a really good job, almost always finding a way to fall forward and get that extra yard or two, and here's it enough to get Massapeuqa with that big first down. Villalta does an excellent job, getting that free arm out to shield defenders and find a way to that first down marker.
Villalta got sandwiched in between two players, but surged ahead for the first down, now from their own 44. Villalta right side this time. He nears the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds by Mitchum.
Mitchum knocking him out of bounds. He stops.
Mitchum doing a really good job there at the edge, making sure that Villalta's not able to break contain and find that sideline. Again, we know that's where he wants to get to. That's where he did his damage on their first drive.
Gain of 5 on that play brings up 2nd and 5 from midfield. Again, DeLuca in motion. Handoff Villalta. This time they've got him in the backfield. They stop him quickly. Rashad Channer leading the charge.
Real impressive here with how fast Freeport gets across the line of scrimmage here, how fast they get off the ball. They're doing an excellent job. You can see that penetration as they're getting rid of blockers up front, and Villalta's got nowhere to go in that backfield.
They lose 2 on that carry, so we're going to bring up a 3rd and 7. Approaching a minute left to play. Villalta, they've got him and they dump him. He's hit quickly by Velasquez.
Velasquez does an excellent job timing this snap out, and you can see he makes it into the backfield completely untouched and finds himself right in the face of the ball carrier, makes a good stick and drops him for a loss, and Massapeuqa facing their first 4th down of the night.
Robbie Nugent is the punter. He's on, standing at his 32-yard line. He'll kick it away to Jaden Gordon. Jaden drops it. Quickly they jump on him, and they bring him down inside the 25. It's Dean Vitale on the tackle. Hey, take a look at Dean on our screen.
Excellent job getting down the field on punt, and Freeport having a tough time handling punts like that, where there's no rotation on the ball. It almost comes at you like a knuckleball. A little bit of a misjudge, bounces around. By the time he gets a chance to pick it up, he's getting tackled there for no gain.
Massapeuqa marching band doing a great job getting everybody pumped up to the sounds of Queen. We will rock you, Nick. Down under 30 seconds to go in the first.
Probably fair to say the best weather night we've seen over the last few Fridays. Certainly after last wet weekend, Friday, Saturday. Real nice to have this kind of weather for a Friday night game.
Please don't bring up that game. First and 10 from the 25. Freeport on offense for the third time. Abreu on the roll to his right, throws it on the run. He had a receiver for a minute, but pass is incomplete. He's looking for Andrew Carter.
Yeah, you can see Carter motion in. Like this route, tough to stay with those receivers crossing the field. Just maybe picks his eyes up a little bit early. Good pass by Abreu. Good sight there for him to connect.
Incomplete, stops the clock with 21 seconds left to go in the first. Second and 10 after that incompletion. Carter, the receiver, all the way to the near sideline. Velasquez in the slot. Now Velasquez motions. Handoff to Gordon. Whoa, he's just tripped up by the ankles by Weezerek.
Yeah, you could see Gordon finding that gear right in the middle of the field. He does a really good job accelerating through the hole. Very impressive. Barely gets tripped up. If not, he's going to be running for a long time. That's a big stop by Weezerek there, number 44.
That's the end of the first quarter. Massapeuqa up 7-0 over Freeport. We'll step away and be back with more after this.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Valvo behind Zulo. Zulo looking for room. Takes off with it. Near in the right sideline. He's down to the 20, the 15. He's still going. He's in for the touchdown. Harmon will take it himself. Nice room. Breaks a tackle. He's in the clear. Harmon in for the touchdown.
This game is being streamed live, complete with
7-0 as we start the second quarter of play from here at Berner Middle School in Massapeuqa Park. Mike Trezza, Nick Martone on hand, along with our T&D Sports video crew to bring you all the action. As we mentioned, Freeport moved the ball well, both of those first two drives, but couldn't punch it in. Massapeuqa did it in just one play, and as a result, they're on top 7-0.
Yeah, definitely took advantage right away of that turnover on downs. Massapeuqa finds a way to get it down the field. That 90-yard impressive run by Villalta. Freeport on the offense again, running the ball pretty strong here.
3rd and 2 from the 33. Driving forward, Gordon, and he picks up the first down.
Brought down by Kurowski, but that's good for a
What a stick here, ultimately, by the Massapeuqa defense. And you could see Gordon does a really good job keeping those legs going. pretty much spins off that first tackle and, again, does a really good job of getting his shoulder pads pointed north and getting across that first down marker.
Jaden Gordon and Mitchum, the two receivers to the near side. DJ Gordon in the backfield with a brew on 1st and 10 from the 38. Two receivers to the left sideline. Now they switch places in the backfield. Abreu looking over the field. Now lets it go right side and overthrows Jaden Gordon.
Pass to Gordon is incomplete.
Abreu just trying to create a little bit more time, a little bit more space for himself to make a play, and finds Gordon, but again, finds him a little bit on the late side, and he's forced to throw that ball a little bit high. Always dangerous to throw the out late, because that opens up the opportunity for a cornerback to smell that out and step in front. So you got to be real careful. That ball almost always has to be high.
Second and 10 from the 37. Abreu has DJ to his right. Bunch formation on the near side. Gordon.
Gordon on the carry.
Nice hard running. Picks up 5, maybe 6.
And Tarasi on the tackle.
Yeah, here we saw Gordon, Mitchum, and Velasquez out here to the right in a tight trip set. They run Gordon the other way. First half, sometimes you throw out as many formations as you have in this spread, see how Massapeuqa is going to align to it, what plays you'd like to run out of that, and some of the things you'll try to take advantage of moving forward late in this half and into the second.
3rd and 6 from the 43. $10:20 left in the second. Abreu. He's picked off. Picked off by Tarasi.
Pressure by Yuko.
Real athletic play here by the big man up front, doing an excellent job. You could tell Massapeuqa was taught if you get close to the quarterback and he's about to throw, get those hands up, see what kind of play you can make. 58 gets a touch on Abreu there, and 62 getting the pick.
It was Musa who hit him as he threw it, and
Tarasi
right
getting a
into
big
the
turnover.
arms of Tarasi.
Freeport 29.
You like Tarasi's kind of lack of celebration there. He picked it off, right? Hands the ball off to the official, runs off the field like he's done it before.
Tarasi, just a 10th grader, but getting good time on that defensive line. Now the Chiefs are in shape with a 1st and 10 from the Freeport 30. Here's Villalta. Villalta, good hard running out close to a Massapeuqa first down.
Gain of 9.
And a wild guess as to who was out in front making that key block for him. Number 62, Tarasi, playing both sides.
Second and 1 from the 22. We've got movement before that play gets underway. A Freeport player came across. It was Meza. Let's see if he was drawn off. No, he was not. Encroachment on the defense.
Yeah, it looks like Massapeuqa was maybe detecting the last time they were on offense. Freeport was getting off the ball real quick, decide to change up the snap count, and Freeport a little bit aggressive, jumps across.
1st and 10 from the 15. Villalta tries to cut it back inside. They slow him down and they bring him down.
See Freeport, right, with a lot of defenders in the box here. Massapeuqa pulling guard, pulling tackle. Villalta looking to get behind them. Freeport getting across those offensive linemen and stopping Villalta before he can get going.
Once again, Villalta plays behind DSO. On a 2nd and 9 from the 14. DSO looks to the sideline for guidance. Under center, now backs off with Villalta to his left. This time he's to throw. Right side, Nugent. Nugent down near the goal line, and he's in for a touchdown. Robbie Nugent.
14-yard touchdown pass. Massapeuqa touchdown.
Nugent has cat scratch fever.
See Massapeuqa scheming up this play. Nugent from the inside lets the receiver cross his face, works his route to the outside, does a good job getting Mitchum to kind of stay inside with that left foot plant, and finds his way to the pylon and gets in for 6.
Bichetta for the extra point. Low line drive kick goes through. Chiefs on top, 14-0. We'll step away and be back with more action right after this. This is the T&D Sports video production Game of the Week.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Villala's going to pass. Airs it out. End zone. Touchdown, Oceanside! Inside the 15. Straight up the teeth on the reverse. O'Toole's at 20. O'Toole's going to score! They flush him out of the pocket. He takes off. Looking for the left sideline. Down to the goal line. Touchdown, Kings Park! Bichetta to kick off. And just when you thought it was going to be run, and more run, DSO puts it up, finds Nugent down near the end zone, and Nugent does the rest. Kickoff taken on the near side. Across the field, out across the 30, close to the 35.
Yeah, DSO does an excellent job there, waiting for the timing of those two routes to take shape, giving Nugent enough room, enough time to get back to the outside, and just playing some pitch and catch at that point and getting in. Freeport getting back at it here offensively, Mike. They've had really good field position. They've had some pretty good returns on kicks. Got to kind of stay the course here, right down by a couple of touchdowns. You get one, you're right in this game. That's got to be the focus here. Obviously, something Coach Sellen, I'm sure, is talking about on the sideline, keeping the boys calm. He's been here before. He knows what to expect, and relaying that to his players, I'm sure.
1st and 10, Freeport. Freeport, as Nick mentioned, has moved the ball well. Just not been able to cash it in. Velasquez in motion. Here's Gordon.
Gordon on the carry.
Looking for room, doesn't find a lot. Instead picks up 2, possibly 3.
Freeport motions Velasquez back in, giving Gordon a lead block to the left side, getting a couple of yards on 1st down.
They've been doing a good amount of that this first half.
Gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, definitely making Gordon their primary ball carrier. They definitely want to get him as many touches as they can. Certainly, they'd like to be able to get Jaden the ball, too, in a little bit of space. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Freeport tries to do here in this series.
2nd and 7 from the 35. Freeport with the ball, trailing by 14. Here's Gordon.
Gordon again. met by Francis and Tarasi.
Francis, one of those in there on the stop.
Freeport playing real strong in the middle of that defense. You can see a little bit of push by Freeport, just not enough across all 5 guys up there. And Massapeuqa gets a couple free, and they make a big stick there on DJ Gordon.
Kovalewski also there on day. 3rd and 5, Freeport from the 38. If you're Freeport, you'd love to drain some clock here and score with not a lot of time left in this half. 2 in the backfield, along with Brew. He hands off to Gordon, and Gordon has a first down.
Yeah, real tough run here by Gordon through the middle of the field, and doing a good job of consistently moving the chains here. Again, Freeport giving Massapeuqa a healthy dose in number 3, and he's welcome to take the ball here every single time. You could tell he wants it.
Danny Cruz, the center, leading the way on that play. 1st and 10, Freeport from their own 46. Under 6 minutes to play in the half. 3 in the backfield. Again, it's Gordon. Gordon keeps the legs moving and keeps the chains moving as well.
Gordon on the carry.
Freeport giving Massapeuqa a lot of 2-back look here in the backfield now with 2 running backs. Still primarily featuring Gordon here on most of the carries.
Canella on the tackle. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5. Brew has Velasquez and Gordon on either side of him. This time it's Velasquez. He slips one tackle. Fumble. I think Freeport might have gotten it back, and they did. One of the linemen came up with it. I think that is Curtis Ely.
Yeah, Velasquez getting a carry here. Fumbles it right before he heads to the ground, and one of the big fellas from Freeport able to pick that up and get a little bit more positive yardage, creating a real short 3rd down here. Good fortune for Freeport to hold on to that.
Curtis Ely, 72, is the big guy on that offensive line at 6'3", 235. 3rd and 1 from the 45. Straight ahead.
Gordon on the keeper.
Again, they run that play where they bring Gordon in. They motion him in.
Yep, motions him in. And you can see Massapeuqa knows that he's looking to run forward, straight ahead. Gordon does an excellent job finding a crease in that defense.
35-yard line.
So again, Freeport's been moving the ball well between the 20s, but have not been able to hit pay dirt as we take a look at Coach Sellin. Again, one of the longtime coaches here in Nassau County.
Yeah, Coach Sellin's been doing this a long time. Incredible tradition at Freeport.
We've got a timeout. We're going to step away.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Valvo behind Zulo. Zulo looking for room. Takes off with it. Near in the right sideline. He's down to the 20, the 15. He's still going. He's in for the touchdown. Harmon will take it himself. Nice room. Breaks a tackle. He's in the clear. Harmon in for the touchdown. 35-yard line. Weeks to put it up right away. He's got a man open. Touchdown, King Carr. John Flynn in my Flynn. Puts it up, nearly picked off. Good defense that time by Romano as that ball goes off his hands.
Yeah, real close to a turnover here in Massapeuqa's favor. Freeport, Abreu throwing the ball to the middle of the field, nearly picked off. About 3.5 minutes left here in the first half.
Seemed like that ball was in the air for a while, Nick.
Yeah, as a coach, you see that ball to the middle of the field. If you're on the offensive side of things, it's like the clock actually stops.
Personal foul against Massapeuqa.
Got a flag down at the end of that play.
It's a 15-yarder. Freeport will have first and 10 at the Chiefs' 20-yard line.
Looks like the call was personal foul on Massapeuqa at the conclusion of that play, so that's going to move Freeport much, much closer.
And hand them a first down here in 3.5 minutes.
First and 10. We didn't see that flag. They are using pink flags for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But we did get the call. It was personal foul on Massapeuqa. First and 10 from the 20. Gordon tries the left side, breaks one tackle, and turns it into a small gain.
Gordon bounced it outside.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of running backs, Mike, over the last few weeks, and Gordon, one of definitely the tougher backs to bring down and tackle. Real physical runner. You could see after contact a tremendous amount of yards, finding a way to keep his feet and just get a couple more.
2nd and 7 from the 17, under 3 minutes to go in the half. Freeport with the ball, trailing 14-0 at Massapeuqa. Abreu backs out and looks to the sideline. Abreu works out of the gun with an empty backfield. Now Gordon motions into the backfield. Abreu takes it, one spin, and short gain. Tarasi, one of the players that brings it down.
Tarasi and Francis.
Yeah, Abreu not finding a ton of room here to run in the middle of the field. You can see Massapeuqa doing a pretty good job getting their hands on the offensive linemen, getting through. Abreu not able to make much there.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 8, under 2 minutes to play. Jaden Gordon in motion. Abreu fires. Complete. Mitchell. 2 men bring him down. Boswell and also Wiezerek in there on the stop.
Yeah, you could see they motion across Jaden Gordon again. He runs that out, finds Mitchum just again, kind of settling down in the soft zone of that defense.
Step away and be back with the final minute and change.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
The Vallella's going to pass. Airs it out. End zone. Touchdown, Oceanside! Inside the 15. Straight up the teeth on the reverse. O'Toole's at 20. O'Toole's going to score! They flush him out of the pocket. He takes off. Looking for the left sideline. Down to the goal line. Touchdown, Kings Park! Huge play coming up in this game, Nick. If Freeport wants to stay in this game, they have to convert this 4th and 2 with 1:37. Gordon slips one tackle and picks up the first down.
It's a big final series here for Freeport, bringing the first end or coming up on the end of the first half here. Freeport's got to get some points, being that Massapeuqa was going to get the ball at halftime.
First and goal, the 5-yard line.
Francis had him in the backfield, and Gordon just able to wriggle out of it. So it's 1st and goal, now from the 5-yard line. Abreu lets it go, and he's picked off. Karowski with the interception. Boy, you knew that was not going to end well.
Yeah, here's Abreu trying to make a little bit more room, give himself a little bit more time to make a play, but you're going to run out of real estate in that corner of the end zone, and ultimately Massapeuqa's got a few D-backs just kind of sitting there waiting for that ball to be up, spying the throw, high point it, get that big pick, that big turnover for Massapeuqa.
There's Karowski. He's fired up, but just a mistake there. You're 1st and goal, and you have over a minute to go. If you don't see anything you like or you have pressure on you, throw that ball away, Nick.
Yeah, you want to think worst case scenario is just get yourself another play.
1st and 10, Pequa. From their own 5. They hand off to DeLuca this time. DeLuca drives forward.
Freeport's just got to be real careful here. They got to make sure that they're making their tackles all the way to the ground. We know Massapeuqa has a couple of guys with that kind of burner speed that can all of a sudden take off, and the next thing you know, you're chasing somebody down the sideline here. So you just got to be sure your tackles, gang tackle, make sure Massapeuqa's on the ground by the time that whistle blows.
Green makes the stop. 2nd and 6 for Pequa. Another running play, and that should bring us to the half. Once again, it is DeLuca on the carry.
DeLuca on the carry again. Seconds for the first half going down.
That's going to do it for the first half. So after one half of play, Massapeuqa on top of Freeport, 14-0. We're back with some halftime coverage right after this. This is the Orlin Cohen High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Abreu heaves it deep. What a catch that time! Harmon will take it himself. Nice room. Breaks a tackle. He's in the clear. Harmon in for the touchdown. Gordon takes it himself. Down to the goal line. He's in. Vallella's going to pass. Airs it out. End zone. Touchdown, Oceanside!
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Heats it deep. What a catch that time! From the 35-yard line, Weeks to put it up right away. He's got a man open. Touchdown, King Carr. John Cliff in by Cliff.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Valvo behind Zulo. Zulo looking for room. Takes off with it. Near in the right sideline. He's down to the 20, the 15. He's still going. He's in for the touchdown. Harmon will take it himself. Nice room. Breaks a tackle. He's in the clear. Harmon in for the touchdown.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Welcome back to Burner Middle School here in Massapeuqa Park for our T&D Sports video, Orlin and Cohen High School Football Game of the Week. Mike Trezor on hand along with Nick Martone. And Nick, let's take a look at the way the first half unfolded.
Yeah, just a couple of touchdowns here from Massapeuqa after taking over on a turnover on downs from Freeport deep in their own end from their own 10. Villalta ends up with a 90-yard run. Touchdown run down the right side on the first play from scrimmage at about 8:35 in the first. And then in the second quarter with 8:21 left, DSO finds Nugent on the right pylon there for a 14-yard touchdown reception. Both extra points good, setting up Massapeuqa to be here at halftime up 14-0.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was the only pass that Massapeuqa threw in the half. DSO made it count. As you mentioned, he found Nugent, and Nugent scampered into the end zone.
Yeah, Massapeuqa pretty much going with the same formula that's gotten them here to 4-0. Heavy run, maybe a little bit heavier run than they thought they were going to have heading into the summer. We talked earlier about losing their quarterback early in the season. Coach Shippo certainly trusting DSO to continue to run this offense, but it has been heavy run, and that's where their success has been. The old phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, is working for Massapeuqa.
And you know, it's funny, Nick, when we take a look at Nassau County Conference 1, we can easily say it's the top conference here on Long Island. They have 4 schools now in the top 10 of Newsday's large schools, which includes not just Conference 1, but Conference 2 in Suffolk and Nassau, and also includes the big private schools. So very, very competitive. Let's take a look at some of the action happening around Nassau Conference 1 this weekend.
Yeah, tonight, right now, at about the same time, a little bit of a later start, we have Baldwin at Farmingdale, Syosset at Valley Stream Central, and Port Washington at Plainview. And then tomorrow, with a little bit of a later start, 3 p.m. starts for most of the county, we're going to see Oceanside at Uniondale, Hempstead at East Meadow, and Westbury at Hicksville.
And Hempstead is a team that lately has enjoyed a little bit of a resurgence, maybe kind of unexpected to some people, but certainly not to them, as they come into this weekend atop the heap as well here in Nassau 1.
Yeah, year to year, it's really tough to kind of find your way into that top 4 in Conference 1. It tends to be a lot of the same teams that end up there at the top. So if you can find your way in, it's truly special against these storied programs, the Massapeuqas, the Farmingdales, the Freeports, and Hempstead certainly in the mix, sitting at 4-0 right now.
And you mentioned Farmingdale. Their game that was supposed to happen against Freeport got not postponed but canceled due to, obviously, that tragic circumstance with the bus and the marching band. So that game will not be made up. So both of those teams will play one fewer game. Both of those teams will play one fewer game than the rest of the teams in this conference.
Yeah, a little bit of a different dynamic because of that missed game, that missed opportunity. Certainly, continued as we've talked about for the last couple of weeks. Our hearts go out to everybody in that Farmingdale community, still dealing with that terrible, terrible tragedy. Our thoughts are certainly with them.
With the score, Massapeuqa up over Freeport 14-0 at halftime. We're going to step away. We'll be back with the second half and all the action right after this.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Through. Heats it deep. What a catch that time! Harmon will take it himself. Nice room. Breaks a tackle. He's in the clear. Harmon in for the touchdown. Takes it himself. Down to the goal line. He's in. Villela's going to pass. Airs it out. End zone. Touchdown, Oceanside!
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Valvo behind Zulo. Zulo looking for room. Takes off with it. Near in the right sideline. He's down to the 20, the 15. He's still going. He's in for the touchdown. Harmon will take it himself. Nice room. Breaks a tackle. He's in the clear. Harmon in for the touchdown.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Good morning. My name is Len Genova. I'm the president of the James C. Metzger Suffolk County chapter of the National Football Foundation. The foundation itself was created in 1947 and is dedicated to promoting amateur football and to honoring those individuals who serve the game, whether they be players, coaches, administrators, or referees. Our chapter here in Suffolk County has been in existence since 1995, and every year at our Scholar Athlete Brunch, we recognize one scholar athlete from each of the schools, both public, Catholic, and private, that play football in Suffolk County, provided they meet our minimum criteria. Now, from that group, we pick our top 11, which we refer to as our Golden 11. And they truly represent academic and athletic excellence and represent all that's right about scholastic sports. Now, from that group, we actually pick one top scholar. And through the years, we've had some amazing young people who have achieved tremendous things in their community, on the gridiron, and certainly in the classroom. So it's a very proud moment for me to be here this morning to welcome everyone and to congratulate all our scholar athletes for all the great work they've done throughout their entire careers. And a special congratulations to their parents who have invested so much time and effort into making them the successful, good people that they are. So welcome, everyone.
In 2019, the executive board of the foundation decided to rename the chapter in recognition of one of Long Island's most philanthropic supporters of youth and high school athletics, James C. Metzger.
Proud to be with you here this morning and welcome you to our annual Scholar Athlete Brunch for the James C. Metzger Suffolk County chapter of the National Football Foundation. And I have none other than our namesake, James Metzger, with me this morning. So, Jim, the first question I have for you is, what does it mean to you to have our Top Scholar Athlete Award named in recognition of your late dad, Conrad, who unfortunately passed away recently?
Yeah, it's hard to put it into words. I don't want to get choked up when Len just within the last day or two told me that, and I saw the program. It's probably the most special award I've ever been associated with, and I've been involved in athletics for 50 years. So my dad was my best friend, and he's looking down from heaven. I know he's a humble man, and he's saying he's enjoying it, probably saying he doesn't deserve it, but I know enjoying it immensely, and I literally couldn't be happier about that.
Well, I know how proud he must have been of you and what you accomplished in your lifetime, both on the athletic field and certainly in the business world. But I did want to ask you, how big of a part did football play in your life growing up? I know we've had a lot of conversations, but I'd love for you to share that with the people that are involved in the chapter.
A lot. Football, one of my all-time favorite coaches, Vince Lombardi. Maybe I borrowed from him a little bit when I said everything I needed to know in business I learned on the sports field.
You know, Jim, I know when I first met you, and I'm going to reference that in my remarks this morning, it was just how passionate you were in terms of talking about your career playing high school football and how vividly some of those memories still stick with you and how important they are to you, quite frankly.
Yeah, they don't fade away. Unfortunately, some of the what I call failures, or the tough spots along the way, I remember those most, I think. But by and large, yes, I can remember almost every game I played. 3 years of varsity, and most of them were good. But it gave me it was the foundation upon which I built both my personal and professional life.
The chapter is also supported by local businesses and is fortunate to count on the Orlin Cohen Sports Medicine Practice as a naming rights sponsor for the prestigious Player of the Week team.
Orlin Cohen is a Long Island's leading and largest private orthopedic and sports medicine group. They're committed to not only providing excellent service, giving great access to athletes, but doing philanthropic things like supporting the National Football Foundation and other organizations that do good things as well. These organizations and being involved with the foundation for all these years, we need support. And we can't give out awards like this and provide a brunch like this free to the athletes without the support of organizations. And so Orlin Cohen is a major sponsor of this event for that reason.
The 2000...
There you take a look at Massapeuqa getting ready to start the second half from here at Berner Middle School. Mike Trezon along with Nick Martone to bring you all the action. You see Coach Shippos just getting out of the huddle. Now you see the special teams coach instructing his troops, ready for the second half kickoff. And that first half, Nick, for Freeport, a half of missed opportunities. We talked about it a couple times. They drove the ball well, but couldn't finish those drives.
Yeah, I think for a coaching perspective, you're real happy, like you said, about moving the ball between the 20s. You did an efficient job. Gordon's getting a healthy dose of carries. He's doing an excellent job running the football, but you really got to be frustrated by not coming away with points. And now you're going to kick the ball the way to Massapeuqa. You got to get a stop here, get your offense back on the field, and get after it the way you did in the first half. So some big positives to take away from things that were going on in the first half for Freeport, something to build on. You got to get a couple of takeaways here, and you got to find a way to punch it in.
And for Freeport, we talked about it. I mean, this game could easily be 14-all, maybe even 21-14. But Massapeuqa is going to get the ball to start the second half. There you see Freeport on your screen in the white uniforms, red letters. They'll move from right to left here in the third. Massapeuqa in the home blue, white letters and numbers. Noah Afanador is their kicker. There you see Afanador trying to get it on the tee just right.
The ball's been teed up. Afanador set to kick. We're ready for our second half of tonight's game.
Nice kick from Afanador is handled at about the 15. The return comes up the middle.
From the 15 takes it over the 30-yard line.
Owen Feeler with his special teams tackle for Freeport.
Good open field tackle on Villalta there. Dangerous guy to kick the ball to and let him get in space. But
Chiefs will start 1st and 10.
Feeler getting an excellent tackle there by Freeport. Massapeuqa going to start just a little bit outside their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32 for Massapeuqa. Nugent, the receiver, to the near side of the field. Villalta switches places with Diesso. Here's a sweep play. Villalta cut back inside. Nice cut. Pickup of around 4.
Yeah, it's a real good job here by Villalta. He gets to the outside here. You can see a near miss by Jaden Gordon there in the backfield. And Villalta does a good job getting his shoulder pads pointed north and getting himself some positive yards where he looked like he didn't have much to do at all.
Second and 6. DeLuca with the carry this time, straight up to teeth.
Mike DeLuca straight ahead.
Meza makes the stop.
Meza and Green on the tackle.
Meza's a huge part of this defense, racks up a ton of tackles week to week, doing an excellent job. Really getting his nose in there, finding the football, making a big stop, bringing up a 3rd down and kind of medium here for Massapeuqa.
DeLuca again lines up to the left. They motion in Villalta. DeLuca takes the carry, again up the middle. Landon Daly makes the tackle, but not before DeLuca moves the chains.
Really like what Massapeuqa did here, basically using Villalta as a decoy. You know that the defense has got to respect him going that way, and they bring the ball back the other with DeLuca.
1st and 10 from their own 45 for the Chiefs. 2 in the backfield this time with Diesso. Pulls out of the shotgun, looks to the sideline, now comes under center. Backs up into the gun. One running back on each side. Villalta motions out. Hands off to DeLuca. DeLuca's at the 40. Down the right sideline. And past the 30 before Mitchum knocks him out.
Yeah, DeLuca doing here what Coach Shippos told us he's all about. He's a real good downhill runner, really tough, really strong, a bigger back, and you can see he does a real good job getting positive yards and then initiating contact as he lowered the shoulder and got himself a couple more at the end of the run.
Check it, it's Jaden Gordon who makes the tackle at the end of that play. First and 10, Massapeuqa from the Freeport 27. 9:42 left in the third. Chiefs up 14-0 over Freeport. Here's the handoff to Luca. Tries the middle, doesn't find a lot of room.
Yeah, Massapeuqa more than happy here to put the ball in the middle of the field, get themselves a couple of yards with each carry. And again, they know that they have the guys that every once in a while could break off that big run. And this is what both offenses have looked like tonight at times. And Massapeuqa really chewing up some clock here in the third.
Meza and Green combined for the stop. This time here's a throw. Completion right side to Villalta.
Pass to Villalta is complete. That's good for a Massapeuqa. First down.
Diesso 2 for 2 through the air.
Yep, keeping it real simple here with the completions. You can see Villalta, right, the two receiver on the inside, just doing a quick out, getting in some space. He gets his head around. Diesso does a good job of getting the ball out there on the break, and Villalta making some positive yards, getting that first.
First down from the 16. Diesso takes it himself, and he's thrown back. Jason Penix with the tackle.
Yeah, first time we've seen Diesso kind of call his no number here, take the ball, take the carry. We know he's got some wheels, a little bit of a shifty runner. Not much to gain there against that solid Freeport front.
Diesso not a big kid at 5'7", $145, and took a pop on that play. Second and 10. Diesso through the air. Villalta down inside the 10, nearly to the 5 before Penix brings him down.
That's good for a Massapeuqa first down.
You can see here that they slip him out and a little bit of a screen. You can see the big fellas scouting out in front. 50 and 65, putting blocks out there and giving Villalta some room to run. Almost finds his way towards the goal line.
Glenn Person also in on that stop, along with Penix. But in either case, it's a first and goal for Pequa from the 5-yard line. 7:45 left in the third. Diesso has DeLuca to his right. DeLuca, they've got him quickly, and they stop him. Nice play that time by Landon Daly.
You can see it looks like Freeport did a pretty good job making some halftime adjustments in the middle of that defense, really shoring some things up. Massapeuqa definitely having some success off the edge to the outside, but finding some tough sledding there in the middle of that Freeport defense.
Second and goal at the 7.
They lose 2 on that carry. It's going to bring up second and goal from the 7. We've got a penalty flag before that play, and I believe that's going on Freeport for encroachment.
Yep, they're going to walk off 5 yards here. Closer to the goal line here, now inside the 5.
Encroachment by Freeport brings the ball halfway to the goal line. Second and goal inside the 4-yard line.
Second and goal from the 4. Villalta behind Diesso. Villalta cuts back in, down near the goal line, but he stopped short. Again, it's Penix on the tackle.
Down to the 2-yard line. Third and goal.
Yeah, Penix doing a really good job here finding the football. Really pretty good pursuit here by that defense, getting a lot of hats to the ball, making a big stop there before Villalta can find the end zone.
This time they split Villalta out wide. It's DeLuca in the backfield along with Diesso on third and goal. Diesso looks to the sideline. Villalta in motion. Throwing for Villalta. Touchdown, Pequa.
The pass from Diesso to Villalta is complete. For a Massapeuqa touchdown.
see DSO here getting that offense set. He motions Villalta across the formation. He's just going to slip into the flats there. Defender falls down in coverage, opening up the opportunity for an easy pitch and catch there for Massapeuqa. Villalta finding the end zone again for 6 points.
Extra point attempt from Bichetta is good. Pequa leads by 3 TDs, and we're going to step away.
Massapeuqa, 21.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Heaves it deep. What a catch that time! From the 35-yard line, Weeks to put it up right away. He's got a man open. Touchdown, King Carr. John Flynn in by Flynn. Joey DSO 3 for 3 through the air with 2 TDs. 1 to Villalta, 1 to Nugent. Pequa up by 3 scores.
Been real impressed here with DSO taking over the starting role at the beginning of this season. As an 11th grader, you can see he does a really good job commanding the offense, knowing where everybody's supposed to be, making all the right decisions.
And did we mention that he and Villalta are both juniors and will both be back in that backfield next year? That is scary.
Bad news for the rest of Conference 1, right?
Absolutely. Bichette is going to put it in the air again. Got Richie Paul back there along with Jaden Gordon to return. Onside kick. Massapeuqa says they have it. Let's see what the officials say. They agree.
Covered by Massapeuqa.
DeLuca with the recovery.
Real unfortunate break here for Freeport.
Mike DeLuca with the recovery.
Ball travels 10 yards. You can see you got Massapeuqa jerseys all over it. Looks like Freeport has a chance to pick it up there, and then second player from Massapeuqa finds their way on top of the football, and it's Massapeuqa 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line of Freeport.
First and 10.
Coach Hippos might have been looking at game film of that very first game, the Oceanside game against Freeport, in which Oceanside did that after their first 2 scores.
Yeah, sometimes it presents the opportunity there right after you score some points on offense. Feeling pretty good about having that 3-score lead. Trying to get right back on the ball again. Catching Freeport there a little bit by surprise. And coming up with the football.
1st and 10, Pequa. Up the middle is DeLuca. DeLuca with a nice game. We've got a flag coming in late. They're picking it up.
Waking off the penalty, picking up the flag. That's good for a Massapeuqa. First down.
That came in from the line judge, but whatever the infraction was, they picked it up. And that carry is going to count for a first down. 1st and 10 from the 32. We're down to 5.5 left in the third. DeLuca. DeLuca bulls his way down there and finally brought down by Glenn Person.
First down. for Massapeuqa.
Real good job here by number 44 in that wing spot. Ryan Wazurik doing a great job, getting a lot of contact
carries,
there.
25 yards
Kind of one of
for Mike
those
DeLuca.
unsung heroes in those kind of plays there, right, as everybody follows the ball and everybody follows the ball carrier. But number 44 really doing a lot of tough work there at the point of attack.
First and 10 from the 20. DeLuca to the left of Diesso. Nugent in motion. Flag stops that play.
It's like Massapeuqa got started a little bit early there on the pole.
Procedure against Massapeuqa, 5-yard penalty.
Bob Miller, our
First
lead
and 15.
official, signals false start, and that's going to back the Chiefs up 5.
Yeah, we just mentioned number 44, Ryan Wazurik, and that's a player that Coach Shipus told us when we talked to him during the week is real old school in his approach to football. Real tough, real fast. You could see not shying away from contact in any way, shape, or form there.
First and 15 from the 25. Diesso's going to take it himself. They swarm over him and they push him back.
Diesso's met by an army of Red Devils. No gain.
Rashad Chan are one of the first to greet him.
Let's see, Freeport does a pretty good job getting across.
Second and 16.
Diesso almost looks like he was maybe thinking about an option to toss there, but didn't have it as the back was already past him, so we kind of had to keep that ball and take the shots there and just kind of hold on to it.
Got to give Diesso credit for guts. That Freeport has got some big kids on that D line, and as you mentioned, Diesso goes 5'7", 145. Second and 20. This time he makes the better decision and hands off to DeLuca.
DeLuca on the carry.
Yeah,
Gain
second
of
and long
yard.
here. Massapeuqa decides
Third
to keep the
and
ball on the
15.
ground. Giving a ton of carries here to DeLuca here in the second half, late in the third quarter.
He says, hey, Mr. Buck 75, you take this one. How about that? Third
Absolutely.
and long. Diesso to throw. Fires it over the middle. He's looking for Villalta and throws it just behind him.
Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like you got a flag here in the backfield. Diesso lets go of this ball a little bit earlier than Villalta expected it to be. Diesso takes that additional shot. They're going to call roughing the passer
Flag on the field.
Freeport.
Personal foul. Against Freeport.
Boy, if he was late, Nick, he wasn't very, very late.
Yeah, real close there. A little bit of contact after the throw. Not a wrap-up tackle. Close, probably could go either
That brings
way.
the ball down to the Freeport
The
12-yard
result
line.
is the flag's on the
First and
ground,
10.
and it gives Massapeuqa a big first down.
First and 10 from the 12, so they can get another first down. Nugent in motion. Here's DeLuca left side.
DeLuca on the carry.
DeLuca fights his way for about 5. DeLuca making his case for some more carries.
Gain of 4. Second.
Yeah,
and 4.
absolutely. Massapeuqa alternating running backs. No problem with giving DeLuca the ball plenty of times. A little bit less for Villalta, who we know has been getting a majority of the carries through the first 4 weeks.
2nd and 4 from the 10. Here's Villalta. They've got him quickly, and they throw him back. Rashad Chandler once again.
Also brought down by Green.
You can see Massapeuqa looking for some yards inside. Not much there. Freeport again doing a pretty good job getting penetration into the backfield, stopping Villalta before he can get going.
From the 10.
Well, we've seen from Villalta, that's the only way to get him is before he gets going.
Absolutely. He's too good of an athlete to give too much space to, too much room. You got to spend a lot of your week of prepping defensively focused on him and trying to think to yourself, we're not going to let him beat us, but it's awfully difficult to stop
3rd
him.
and 8. They put it up. End zone. Touchdown, Nugent.
Pass is completed for a Massapeuqa
And just when you stack yourself up against the run, Massapeuqa decides to step back and find their big receiver, Nugent, number 88, in the middle of the end zone, all by his lonesome for a big TD here for Massapeuqa. The play action worked real well. You see the Freeport defense kind of come up, thinking Villalta's going to get that carry. Gives them enough space behind the defense for Diesso to just drop that in and find his big receiver, number 88, Nugent.
Bichette tacks on the extra point. Massapeuqa up 28-0.
28. Freeport.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Next Friday, the 13th, is going to be your lucky day, Nick. You and I are going to be over at Oceanside for Oceanside against Farmingdale. That one is going to be an absolute war. Both of those teams near the top in this tough Nassau County Conference 1.
Yeah, a lot of exciting football here in the coming weeks and what we've seen so far. We're going to see this battle next week. Should be a ton of good football out there, Oceanside and Farmingdale. Really looking forward to that matchup, Mike.
And in a couple weeks after that, we've got West Hampton against Kings Park, Sayville against Harborfield. So some of the best games in Nassau and Suffolk, some of the best teams. We love bringing you these games every Friday night here on the T&D Orlin and Cohen Game of the Week. Bichette to kick off. Jaden Gordon takes it inside his own 10. Tries to cut it outside at the 25 and is tackled.
Gordon on the return. Wieserak on the tackle.
Gordon comes up limping a little bit there. You can see trying to make the most out of that play, trying to get his team inspired, maybe get this offense going.
Let's just clarify that Friday night game next Friday is a 6 o'clock game. Tom Bruno, is that a 6 o'clock game? Okay. Farmingdale at Oceanside, 6 p.m. Want to make sure our audience knows that where they can find us and when next Friday. Looking forward to seeing that Farmingdale team. Handoff goes Velasquez, right side. Musso, one of the guys in there on the stop.
Brought down by Danilo.
Down to 25 seconds left in the third.
Looking like we might see the clock wind down here in the third quarter.
Let's see if Freeport tries to get one more play in. Richie Paul, the receiver, to the near side. Up the middle.
Velasquez on the carry.
Velasquez had Green in front of him, and he just slipped down, and that's going to be the end of the quarter.
First down.
Big play here right before the clock goes to zero.
The third quarter.
Velasquez, we kind of see a parting of that defense in the middle, and he finds that crack and ultimately finds his way down the middle of the field.
That's going to do it for the third. Massapeuqa up 28-0 after 3 quarters.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Lola's going to pass. Airs it out. End zone. Touchdown, Oceanside! Inside the 15. Straight up the teeth on the reverse. O'Toole at the 20. O'Toole is going to score! They flush him out of the pocket. He takes off. Looking for the left sideline. Down to the goal line. Touchdown, Kings Park! Start of the fourth quarter from here at Burner Middle School in Massapeuqa Park. Mike Trez on hand, along with Nick Martone, our entire T&D Sports video crew. Massapeuqa up 28-0 over Freeport. Freeport almost broke one on that last play of the third, Nick.
Yeah, Freeport definitely looking here to get something positive going on offense. They've definitely accumulated a decent amount of rushing yards tonight. You kind of want to keep that going.
This time they've got Broyles in the, well, actually it's Landon Daly. Daly takes the handoff.
Daly on the carry.
Picks up 2.
Francis and Danilo on the tackle. Gain of a yard. 2nd and 9.
See Freeport here in the second half been mixing in a few other ball carriers. We see DJ Gordon back in the backfield again with the brew.
Here's Gordon. What a tackle by Weezerak.
Weezerak in the backfield for a loss.
Another one of these guys from Massapeuqa that plays both ways. Talked about him a little bit before. Weezerak, he plays real physical. You see he could read that ball from the middle of the defense and ultimately comes downhill and makes a big stop there in the backfield for a loss.
Weezerak, his coach mentioned to us that he plays side to side. Old school, tough, good tackler. He's shown all that tonight. 3rd and 12. Abreu puts it up deep. What a catch that time. Richie Paul.
Pass is complete.
It's a pretty good throw here by Abreu and even a better catch
First down.
by Richie Paul there in the middle of the field. Really high points this, does an excellent job. Right, this is what you want to teach your young receivers, to high point the ball and catch the ball with their hands.
1st and 10. Gordon on the ground. Tries the left side, picks up 2, possibly 3.
Real impressed by that catch on the last play, because you know when you fully stretch out to make a catch like that, you might take a hit.
Paul showed really good athleticism, Nick. I actually thought he jumped a little bit early, but still, as you mentioned, he was able to high point that ball.
Yeah, he was a little bit off on the timing, but does a real good job really using his whole frame to go make a play.
2nd and 7 from the 30. 2 in the backfield with the Brew. Hands off Gordon. Gordon driving up the middle.
Gordon on the carry.
He's grabbed and thrown back by Musso and others.
I've been real impressed with Gordon from week one, just the way he runs, the way he plays the game. He's been a two-way player most of the season for them, and you could just see he doesn't quit. It doesn't matter what the score is. It doesn't matter where the ball is. When his team calls on him and he gets the ball, he's going to give it everything he's got. He plays to the end of the football game.
Musso grabbed him quickly and held on for dear life until reinforcements came to help him bring down Gordon.
3rd and 5 for Freeport.
3rd and 5 for the Red Devils from the Pequa 25. Down to 8.5 left in the game. Freeport trails by 4 scores. Jaden Gordon in motion. They give it to him. Jaden looking for room. He finds none.
On the carry.
And he's brought down. Once again, it's Musso on the stop.
Down by Musso.
You can see here the timing of the play is a little bit off. Gordon has to kind of slow down his motion in the backfield because of the high snap. Abreu does a good job getting him the ball, but with that amount of time that play takes to develop, it gives Massapeuqa a chance to chase it down and make a big stop there.
Freeport will obviously go for it on 4th down and 3 from the 25. Abreu passes it left side to Daly. He's got a completion. Daly has the first down.
Yeah, real good concept here by Freeport, running that out route from that 3rd receiver closest to the quarterback, and Abreu does a good job just getting that ball out, letting Nate run under it and make a play and get that first.
First and 10 from the 17. Freeport would love to get on the board here. 2 in the backfield along with Abreu. Handoff Gordon. He changes direction. Gets a block from Abreu. Gets upended and brought down.
On the tackle.
Boswell. Boswell lets him know about it, too.
Yeah, a lot of things going on here, right? You see Gordon end up with the football there. Abreu making a nice tackle as the quarterback for his back. Gordon goes airborne here, and Massapeuqa doing a pretty good job to still maintain good position on the tackle and bring Gordon down.
Boy, Gordon tried to hurdle Boswell, and Boswell was having none of it. Got a late flag coming in.
Taking officials
timeout.
Right, you see they motion Jaden Gordon across the formation. DJ bringing it back this way. Abreu at the point of attack with that tackle. Again, Derek Boswell doing a really good job. Making that tackle and finishing the play for Massapeuqa with very little gain there.
You had to absolutely love Abreu sticking his nose in there to make a block for Gordon on that play.
Yeah, been real impressed with him over the first 4 weeks as well, taking on this quarterback role and obviously doing everything he can to try to help his team.
Abreu is going to put it up. Looking end zone. Touchdown, Mitchum.
For a Freeport touchdown.
That's the one they've been looking for all night.
Absolutely. You get that kind of effort out of your quarterback on the play before, and now you watch him real cool, calm, and collected here, waiting for Mitchum's route to develop. Makes an excellent throw, pretty much in only the window where Mitchum can make that play. He goes up, makes the catch. Freeport finds itself on the scoreboard here with 6.
A Fanador for the PAT. Jaden Gordon to hold. Timeout, Freeport. We'll step away.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Now you take a look at our scoreboard. 28-6. Massapequa, the home team, on top of Freeport. Freeport's just gotten on that scoreboard for the very first time on a beautiful pass from Abreu to Mitchell.
Yeah, an impressive drive there for Freeport. A couple of key runs there by their backfield, and then Abreu with that nice pass to Mitchum to finish off that drive and put themselves on the board.
Here's a Fanador for the extra point. Kick is up. It's good. 28-7.
7 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Massapeuqa 28.
So we've talked a lot about it through the evening, Nick. This tough Conference 1 here in Nassau with so many teams vying for the top of the heap. You've got Oceanside in the mix. You've got Farmingdale. Massapequa looks like they're going to stay undefeated. Syosset, we haven't even mentioned, and Hempstead, who a lot of people didn't expect to be in the mix, are now solidly in the mix. So it's going to be really interesting to see the way it shakes out, especially over the next several weeks. The road for Freeport doesn't get any easier, as they've got, well, actually, Massapeuqa has Hempstead next week, and they've got Farmingdale the week after, and then they take on Syosset.
Yeah, and then Freeport the rest of the way still has Syosset, Uniondale, and Baldwin to finish up their schedule here. These are going to be a couple of weeks that are really critical weeks to get wins, and then again the power ratings have just come out within the last week or so. So it's kind of like you go and you beat teams, and then you root for those teams, so you have good quality wins the rest of the way. Kind of an interesting dynamic, but Massapeuqa certainly showing up here tonight, putting themselves in a good position to get that 5-0 in shape for a big final run for the last few weeks.
Massapeuqa, of course, last year made it to the Nassau Conference 1 championship. They lost to Farmingdale. Farmingdale went on to win a Long Island championship last year. A Fanador onside kick. It's easily handled at the 50 by Massapeuqa. It is Johnny DeVito who is on the good
Johnny
hands
DeVito
team.
on the recovery of the onside kick.
Yeah, you can see the onside kick here, what it's turned into in high school football, because you can't load up one side or the other. You have to have an even amount of players on either side of the kicker. You have to be within 5 yards of the football, so you don't get those collisions like they used to have years ago. The NFL has changed their rules on it too. So the onside kick is a difficult play. It's really tough to recover based on the options that you have.
Chiefs take over at midfield. They hand off to DeLuca. DeLuca fights for yardage.
Velasquez on the tackle.
This is where, if you're Massapeuqa, right, from the coaching staff perspective, you're just preaching ball security. We're going to hand the ball off a bunch of times, right? You got a couple of really tough, strong runners in that backfield, but just trying to hold on to the football as that clock winds down. Freeport second, third guy in trying to pull that ball away and create a turnover.
2nd and 7, Villalta in motion. Handoff to Luca. DeLuca again fighting his way out close to the 40. He'll be about 3 yards shy of a first down.
Yeah, that's your formula here on offense if you're Massapeuqa. If your back can get you 3.5 every time he touches it, you like those situations. You like that scenario to get your way down the field and continue to wind this clock down.
The marching band feels this is a fait accompli as they launch into another one bites the dust.
Yeah, great support out here in Massapeuqa as always from the community.
3rd and 4 from the 44. We've got a pink flag flying before that play can get underway.
Encroachment by Freeport.
Yeah, they got the defense on encroachment here, jumping across the line. That's going to create another first down for Massapeuqa.
First and 10, Pequa from the 39. Down to 5:10 left in this game. Massapeuqa on top by 3 scores. He heaves it deep. What a catch! Down the left sideline.
Inside the 10-yard line.
Great throw and catch here by Massapeuqa.
Dean Vitale.
Finding number 18, Dean Vitale, down the sideline, just kind of running it out and up.
At the Freeport 6-yard line.
Really excellent throw by DSO. Not bad coverage. Corner doing a pretty good job staying on Vitale's hip. DSO getting the ball out in front and letting his receiver go chase it.
1st and goal from the 6. Villalta, they get him before he can get going, and they bring him down after a gain of a yard. Check it, it's
Short
DeLuca
yard
on the
by
carry.
DeLuca.
When we talked to Coach Shippos during the week, he told us how impressed he's been with DSO, his level of confidence, how he's been able to overtake this role heading into this year that he didn't expect to have, and we've definitely seen that play out today.
Here's Villalta. He's going to walk in.
Tyler Villalta, and it's good for a Massapeuqa touchdown.
Well, they ran DeLuca a number of times in a row, and finally Villalta said, hey, give me that. I'm going to take it the rest of the way, and he did.
Yeah, Massapeuqa pressing all the right buttons in this drive. A healthy dose of DeLuca. Big pass play. Villalta ends up in the backfield. Just a quick, easy give. Gets the edge and finds his way into the end zone.
Got a Freeport player down. While he's getting looked at, we'll step away.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Villala's going to pass. Airs it out. End zone. Touchdown, Oceanside! Inside the 15. Straight up the teeth on the reverse. O'Toole to 20. O'Toole is going to score! Bichetta for the extra point. Extra point is up, and it's good. Massapeuqa all over Freeport, 35-7.
It was Villalta's third touchdown of the night. A couple of rushing touchdowns, one receiving touchdown unofficially, somewhere around 16, 17 touchdowns on the season, Mike.
Again, one last time, if you were involved in the...
We were talking during the break, Nick, about the young quarterback, Joey Diesso, just a junior. Didn't expect to start this year. Took over after Delanto was injured. And I believe is unofficially 6 for 6 tonight with 3 touchdown passes.
Yeah, we've been super impressed by what we've seen out of the young quarterback tonight. You know, a lot of teams losing their starter would perhaps, change up a lot of things in what they do, and you could see that Massapeuqa still has the tools, still has the weapons to do a lot of what they want to, and Diesso has jumped right into that role. Been very impressed with his poise, his confidence in this offense in a tough spot, but he's got this team rolling, and they're on the verge of going 5-0 in their first 5 weeks of football here.
Just like to remind you that this exclusive broadcast is brought to you by Orlin Cohen Sports Medicine. We thank them so much for their sponsorship. Over 15 locations in Nassau and Suffolk. If you've got a sports injury, they have a specialist for that. Bichetta will put it up. This time he kicks it deep. Jaden Gordon with one spin move and then is brought down by Karowski on the special teams tackle.
Yeah, you can see another one of these kicks that just kind of checks up. Fortunately, Freeport gets one of these bounces straight up, and you can see Jaden Gordon's going to do what he can with it. Not a lot of room to operate, just a couple of yards on that return.
27-yard line.
You need to reset the clock.
4'4", 409. Steve, 35 points at runs. 35 at runs.
Clock's being reset as we speak. Freeport will go back on offense, trailing 35-7. So Freeport, as we talked about a couple times this game, Nick, moved the ball well, really, between the 20s in the first half. Their drives bogged down once they got in the red zone. They cost themselves some points. No such problems for Coach Shippos, as you see him there on your screen.
Yeah, Massapeuqa's made the most out of the opportunities that they've had. They've driven long fields. They've had those quick plays. They've been able to produce a lot of points tonight. They've gotten multiple players in the end zone.
Gordon still getting after it with under 4 minutes left in this game. Okay, gotcha. Villalta makes the stop. Mick Williams in there as well. 3.5 left in the game. Here's Gordon once again. Gordon! They're not going to catch him. He's at the 20, the 10. He is in.
66 yards.
Gordon was not to be denied and takes it to the house for 66 yards.
Right, huge run here, 66-yard run by Gordon. You can see he does an excellent job accelerating through the middle of that defense and then just completely outruns all those Massapeuqa defenders into the end zone for his first score of the night.
A Fanador for the PAT. Gordon can't get it down. Thought about running, and instead he swarmed over Kenny Jean and some others in there on the stop.
First to stop. Gene on the tackle. 3:19 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, tough spot there for Jaden Gordon. A little bit of a high snap. Decides it's going to take too long. It's going to be too late to put it down and kick that ball. Tries to create something, but not much opening up downfield for him to make a play. Comes up a little bit hobbled to the sideline.
35-13. We're down to 3:19 left. As we mentioned to you earlier, next Friday night, the 13th, 6 o'clock game out at Oceanside. Oceanside takes on the undefeated Farmingdale. Just want to point out to you guys that that is a 6 p.m. game, so should be a really, really good one. You love that trip down to Oceanside, right, Nick?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Very convenient from your neck of the woods.
Oh, yeah. My playing days back and forth, Freeport and Massapeuqa and Farmingdale. I played in Conference 1, and it's a lot of the same teams, a lot of the same coaches, some coaches that were players as we were going through. So it's a lot of fun to still be out here and still talk to all these guys about football, what they've done, where they've been.
A Fanador is going to put it on the tee. Let's see if they try for the onside kick again. Might as well. You're down by 3 scores. 3:19 left in the fourth quarter. Instead, Fanador kicks it away, and that kick is going to go out of bounds. So Massapeuqa was going to get it at the 35.
Yeah, interesting there to kick it deep. I guess they thought they maybe had a little bit of an open window where they could kick it and go get it. But ultimately, ball bounces out of bounds, and Massapeuqa starts off with decent field position in their own end.
Chiefs take over, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
Want to remind you folks as well, we've got exciting Suffolk County football coming your way at the end of October. On the 20th, we'll be up in Kings Park as they take on a really good West Hampton team. And then Friday night, the 27th, we'll be out in Sayville for Sayville against Harborfield, which I'm looking forward to. This time it's Brooks who gets the carry. Just the 10th grader, it's Brooks, so getting himself into the action.
Yeah, real fun here towards the end of the game to see Coach kind of bring in some of the youth, right? Some of the future ball carriers and in this Massapeuqa program. So you see Brooks getting his first carry of the night.
I absolutely love when coaches do that, Nick. At the end of a game, if it gets a little one-sided, give the young kids some playing time. Reward them for coming to practice every day, and it also benefits you in the fact that these are going to be the kids that are going to be carrying your ball when the Villaltas and the other kids are gone.
100%, right? This whole program worked so hard over the summer months and all those practices and those workouts, and you come out here and, like you said, rewarding those guys with those opportunities. And again, what better chance to get a look to see what they've got than putting them in these situations.
Brooks again, a 10th grader, realizes he's not Villalta at this point, but really important for him to get a couple carries under his belt, get himself in the action, and get some experience. Down to 1:40 left in the game. Massapeuqa was going to take some time off the clock before they snap again. It's Brooks once again. This time he finds some room. And a saving tackle by Velasquez. Otherwise, Brooks was gone.
And that run is good.
Yeah, we're just kind of seeing confidence grow within 3 carries there. All of a sudden he went, okay, I know what this looks like. I know what this feels like. Oh, look, I got some room. Let me show you what I got, what kind of wheels I've got.
Found an opening and slipped right through. Now he comes off the field in favor of Balzano, who's now in there at running back. This time it's Balzano. Cuts it back in and is met just across the 50.
Brings the ball into Red Devil territory.
We're under a minute left in the game. Massapeuqa up 35-13 over Freeport. DSO's still in there, still handing off. This time it's Balzano. Driving out close to a first down.
Over the 45-yard line.
And that's going to be the final snap of the game as we're down to 20 seconds. Massapeuqa is not going to have to snap again.
Final score. Massapeuqa 35, Freeport 13. Don't forget, next Saturday, October 14th.
Let's take a look, Nick, at the way this happened as the buzzer's about to sound, and Massapeuqa is going to move themselves to a perfect 5-0 on the season. Freeport is going to drop to 1-3.
Yeah, we had in that first half a couple of scores by Massapeuqa, giving themselves a 14-0 halftime lead, with Villalta scoring on his first touch from line of scrimmage on a 90-yard run. We saw Nugent receive a pass from DSO, a 14-yard touchdown. Both extra points were good. In the third, we saw a couple more Massapeuqa scores. Villalta getting in the end zone again, a 3-yard TD reception from DSO. Nugent, also a passing reception touchdown from DSO. Freeport answering back. Mitchum in the fourth quarter, pass reception from Abreu with 7:09 left. Villalta with a 6-yard touchdown with 4:19 remaining, and Gordon finishing off the scoring for the night with a 66-yard TD run with 3:19 left, with a missed extra point opportunity, bringing the final 35-13 Massapeuqa here tonight.
And as we mentioned, the road is still going to be a little rocky for Massapeuqa, as next week they play Hempstead, after that Farmingdale, and then right after that they finish up with Syosset. So no easy task in the final 3 games of the regular season.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of challenges lay ahead for them, but obviously all the tests that this coaching staff has put in front of them, they've certainly passed with flying colors. Sitting here in a good situation, playing really solid offensively, and doing the job defensively too.
So that's going to do it from here at Burner Middle School in Massapeuqa Park, where our final score once again in our T&D Sports video, Orlin Cohen Game of the Week, is Massapeuqa 35, Freeport 13. Our producer-director is numero uno, Tommy Bruno. Our technical director, Jamie, the Genius, Burkhardt. Our camera operators, Dave Camera One Stempel and Christian Kanga Rue. For everyone here on our T&D Sports video crew, including my partner, the Nickelback, Nick Martone, this is Mike Trezza thanking you for watching. We will see you next Friday from Oceanside.